Oh, I had said something about moving on from that story, but I did want to quickly share, and I'll put the link in the chat. Dr. Joy James sent this out and wanted to just let folks know that there has been a dispatch from the Palestinian youth movement. I know that chapters are active around these parts, and many of our viewers are engaged with them. And just at least from the first paragraph here, and their goal is to, as they say, we hope this bulletin will help guide what principled solidarity can look like right now within the imperial core, and arm those in solidarity with us with tools to resist the military industrial complex that is hell bent on our people's extermination. Your priority must be communicating a set of realities clearly and unequivocally. 2.4 million Palestinians are currently being held hostage by Zionists who are martyring thousands of with genocidal impunity. The crossings are closed. The Zionists are indiscriminately using bombs and internationally prohibited weapons on a densely populated concentration camp full of entrapped civilians. There is no water or electricity. Mass arrests of Palestinians across all of historic Palestine add to the hundreds of administrative detainees imprisoned without charge who are now suffering additional retribution by the colonial regime. Gazan hospitals, which are already graveyards, are themselves being targeted, and at least 13 have already been hit. 7 confirmed members of the press have been martyred. The news stations are regularly being cut due to the lack of electricity. Ambulances and the Red Crescent are also being deliberately targeted. Universities and mosques have been destroyed. Entire families are being wiped out. At least 45 entire families that we have seen reported. And this is just a small sampling of what is happening in Gaza right now, owing to a reporting blackout which is aided and abetted by genocidal Western media machine. So, just, obviously in solidarity with them, I'll put the link in the chat so people can read and share the entire statement. I just quickly, I think it's important, even just what was said there, in addition to all else, to remind people that Palestine does involve or did involve and tries to involve what we would think of in terms of quote unquote civilization. Universities, hospitals, entertainment spaces, theater, music, art. I mean, they do. So we're not encouraged to think of them as human beings who engage as other human beings do. We just think of them in terms of the news we get around what is being defined as terrorism or some other ridiculous claim. So anyway, putting this in the chat now.
Yeah, and now is the, I mean, now I'm talking about the Black Alliance for Peace. We have always tried to make these connections between the oppression that is meted out against the Palestinian people and other oppressed people around the world with the oppression that we face right here. I mean, it is no coincidence that all of these cop cities are being proposed all across the country now. And we're talking about, and we have been talking about the way local police departments have always been training with the IDF, and the way the Palestinian, excuse me, the way the Israeli military, excuse me, abuses Palestinian people, especially the youth and children. They teach those tactics to US police forces. And that kind of transfer of oppression knowledge, oppression tactics, that's just going to be expanded through these cop cities. So we have to make these connections. The kind of, this multinational police force that Kenya is going to lead, going into Haiti, wanting to go into Haiti. The Kenyan police are a bunch of psychopaths themselves with their own problems, abusing their own people. They are going to export that same abuse to Haiti with the backing and the support of the same US that supports this genocidal machine in Israel. It's all connected, and now is the time for us to make these connections and stand in unflinching, unbreakable international solidarity with each other, because that's the only thing that's going to break the back of this imperialist beast. Excuse me.
Right on.